Some friendships aren't just friendships, they're forged. We met in 1992 at 2nd Radio Battalion Camp Lejeune, young Marines learning what it meant to serve something bigger than ourselves. The Marine Corps has a way of doing that. It turns strangers into family. Our paths crossed again at Camp Pendleton, but then you were just a fellow Marine. You were my brother. You served the Marine Corps with honor, discipline, and heart. And when your mission called you elsewhere, you answered again, this time stepping into the role of Army chaplain, serving God and soldiers with the same courage and conviction you brought to the Marine Corps. I'm so proud of you, Mike. That kind of transition takes faith, it takes humility, and it takes a servant's heart. You are such an amazing person, and I'm incredibly proud of the life that you've lived in uniform, and even more proud of the man that you are beyond it. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your faithfulness. God bless you and Semper Fi, my brother, and congratulations on a well-earned retirement.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Katie. I just want to send you guys a quick message on your big day. Sorry we can't be there. Katie and I decided to leave the frozen tundra of the Midwest for sunny Cabo. So while you are watching this, we're probably in a pool having a frozen marg or something like that. But definitely thinking about you. It's funny. I was talking to Katie the other day just about our career and where we came together and when we first met, and how you really started to help me from like a very young age, for me being admittedly probably a relatively selfish recruiter, relatively selfish soldier, thinking mostly about my success. And when you came to my office as a new station commander, and I didn't really know you at the time, but you made it very clear from the beginning that the most important thing to you was my success. And I think about that a lot. And I think about the conversation that we have that I think really drove my career and the success that I had, honestly, being able to retire just a few months ago myself as a CSM, and having told this story multiple times about how this guy came into my office and changed my mindset as a soldier and as a recruiter at the time. And you probably don't even remember it, but you came in and you kind of just laid out like how I work, told you like, kind of how I operate. And you said, will you give me 90 days? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And you said, give me 90 days. And I'm like, for what? You said, and then you said, yes or no? I said, yes. And you said, we're going to do things my way for 90 days. Okay. Well, what's that mean? And you said, we're going to quit worrying about ourselves. We're going to quit worrying and only being loyal to our individual mission and our individual success. And you said, get out of your mind that this is a recruiting business. You said, this is now a taking care of people business, and we're taking care of everybody. And we're not only loyal to our mission, we're loyal to each other, each other's mission, everybody else on the team, the organization, our leadership, the soldiers that come underneath us. That is where the loyalty starts, not us. And you convinced me that doing that is going to make us much more successful, not only in what we were doing at the time, but the entire organization, the entire team, and everybody around us. And I gave you that period of time, and you were right. It 100% changed my career, changed the success that I've ever had. I got promoted that year. I think you won Directors 54 or Rookie of the Year that year, top recruiter. We worked together for a couple of years and kind of went on our separate ways throughout our own individual careers. But I tell that story to people a lot. And, the success that it helped me have, but also helped you have that mindset and, that attribute through decades of service, multiple branches, multiple career fields, states, officer, enlisted, everything. Throughout watching all of that with you, you've always had that mindset. To you now, being able to retire as a chaplain, which is just insane. And the people that you still continue to help and have helped, I'm just one of the many. And thinking about you retiring as a chaplain, it's kind of funny. I remember the story that you probably again don't remember. So we worked really hard. You know that. Katie knows that. We played really hard. Katie also knows that. She used to get mad at me sometimes. And we golfed a lot, right? We golfed a lot. And so you hit me up one day. You were like, "What are you doing on Sunday?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing anything." And you're like, "Perfect. What would work better, 9 or 10?" And I'm like, "Well, this is sweet. We're going golfing." And I was like, "I could play all day." And he's like, "Well, what are you talking about?" I was like, "I'm free all day." And he said, "We're not golfing. We're going to church." And I was like, "Oh." And of course, you were like, "No, no, no, no. You already said you were free all day, 9 or 10." So I said, "We'll go 9." And he said, just give it a shot. Come with an open mind." And I did, and we went, and it was good. Katie was there too. That was when you lived on Roselawn in Roseville. I still remember. And we had breakfast after, and you didn't really talk about it a whole lot, but you just said, "Hey, this is one way that I work on myself." And he's like, and you were like, "Just have an open mind to it. Think about it. I'd like to see you in church more." And now fast forward 20 some years, seeing you retire as a chaplain is pretty special, pretty cool. I never knew that day sitting in that church with you that here you'd be retiring as a chaplain. I see your stuff on Instagram. I always watch it. I always listen. Your ministry stuff, you reading the book, you just spreading love and continuing to try and help people out through trying times. You're always just making other people better. And it's going to be really fun to see you do that outside of the uniform through the path that you choose to go, your ministry, and your vision going forward. So again, I'm sorry we can't be there. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Rivera family, for the sacrifice that you guys had to make throughout all of these years of service. I know that is not easy. I do look forward to celebrating with you, hopefully soon. Anything you can do about warming up the weather would be perfect. We'll see you guys later. Congratulations. Enjoy your day. It's a big day.
I just want to congratulate Chaplain Rivera on his well-deserved retirement. Your leadership and selflessness, it won't be replaced within this organization. I want to tell you that it was an honor to serve the soldiers of the 44th Chem, as well as the Illinois COVID-19 service members that were activated during that time. I want to wish you best of luck in your future endeavors for you and your family. All right, Katie, keep them out of trouble. I tried my best. Good luck, chap.
Hi, my name is Courtney Dandridge, and I met Chaplain Rivera back in 2021, and I was an intern for him and his wife's ministry at Focus and Vision Ministries. And I was living in Illinois at that time. I wasn't a chaplain in the military yet, but I knew that there was something special about the ministry that him and his wife held. I moved to Oklahoma, and it turns out that I was moving to the same exact unit that Chaplain Rivera was a chaplain at. And I got to really utilize him as a mentor in some ways, another father figure. There were times that, even before I was a chaplain, that there was just really hard moments. And sometimes you just need a mentor that has the ministry of like the pick-me-up, Chaplain Rivera has that gift of reminding a person that they can indeed do hard things, for one, and that the Lord has something special in their life. Chaplain Rivera has the gift of encouragement. He has the gift of just really good at stewarding people and their gifts, and I definitely have to attribute a lot of who I am today to his leadership, to his mentorship style, and then who he is just as a man of God. And so I'm very, very, very grateful for him in my life, and I'm just really excited for what the Lord is doing in his life and in his family. I definitely will be still utilizing him as a mentor, so this is not the end, this is only the beginning. But I am so grateful for his presence in my life, and I just know God is doing great things, is going to do great things. I couldn't be more proud of you, and I'm just honored to have this space in your life. I'm honored to even have your phone number to be able to pick up and call whenever I need prayer, to pick up and call whenever I need encouragement, to pick up and call whenever I need a word of wisdom. So I'm super grateful for you and I'm happy for you. Congratulations on all that you have accomplished. And I know that this is only the beginning of what God is going to do next. So congratulations. And I can't wait to celebrate you. Bye bye.
It's truly an honor to stand here today and to celebrate and recognize the incredible career of a remarkable servant leader and friend, Chaplain Michael Rivera. Chaplain, from the moment we met at the 700 BSB while serving together as chaplains in the Oklahoma Army National Guard, I knew I had met someone special. You brought strength, compassion, and unwavering faith into every room you entered, providing comfort and hope to soldiers and families alike. Your ministry wasn't just a job, it was a calling. It is a calling, and one that you lived out with extraordinary dedication. Over the many years of your service in the Army, you've touched countless lives. You have been a trusted guide in times of struggle, a role model of integrity and courage, and a source of encouragement when it was needed the most. Your leadership and spiritual care have made a profound impact, not just on the individuals you served, but also on the culture of care and compassion you have helped shape. You've served with honor, integrity, and a servant's heart, and the legacy you leave behind will continue to inspire long after today. Whether it was offering a listening ear, a prayer of peace, the word of the day, or wise counsel in difficult moments, you've exemplified what it means to be a true shepherd of souls. We're also grateful for your leadership beyond the Army, especially in your role as CPE director at IMF, where I have the pleasure of working with you, where your commitment to mentoring and developing future leaders has made a lasting difference. As you enter this new chapter of life, surrounded by the love and support of your beautiful family and dear friends, may you find rest, joy, and abundant blessings in the days ahead. Retirement is not the end, it is the beginning of a new adventure, one filled with peace, purpose, and well deserved relaxation. So relax, hermano. Chaplain Rivera, thank you for your service, your friendship, your spiritual leadership, and the example you have set for all of us. You have truly made this world a better place. Please join me in wishing Chaplain Rivera a joyous and fulfilling retirement.